Welcome to the WHHI News. I'm Allie McNair, and here's a look at your headlines. South Carolina still celebrates Confederate Memorial Day in May, but doesn't celebrate Juneteenth, commemorating the day enslaved blacks learned of their freedom, though it is a national holiday. At least 4 South Carolina legislators, including Beaufort County's Michael Rivers, have pre-filed another bill for the next session of the legislature to try to change that and give the state's employees a paid day off. Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, Louisiana, and Tennessee all recognize Juneteenth, but 6 other southern states still don't, including South Carolina and Florida. Legislators tried 3 years ago to allow state workers to pick Juneteenth or Confederate Memorial Day as their holiday. It passed the state Senate unanimously, but then stalled in the House. Well, Beaufort County School Superintendent Frank Rodriguez has received special recognition. Rodriguez has been named one of just 25 superintendents to watch by the National School Public Relations Association for his initiatives to communicate with the school community through programs like bilingual robocalls and use of social media. He's also gotten 2 building referendums passed in the last 4 years. A former South Carolina Highway Patrol trooper is facing charges of cruelty to children. According to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, Jesse Purcell admitted to intentionally biting a 2-year-old in the face back in September. According to the South Carolina Department of Public Safety, Purcell had been employed by the Highway Patrol for approximately 27 months when, in September, he was suspended without pay after the allegation was brought to the attention of authorities. Purcell resigned earlier this month. His case will be prosecuted by the Public Integrity Unit of the 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office. Well, a Burton man is being called a hero for saving his elderly mother from a fire. According to officials Wednesday afternoon, the man was driving by his mother's house when he saw smoke pouring out of her home. He called 911, rescued his mom, and put out the fire with baking soda. Burton firefighters arrived shortly afterwards and finished extinguishing the kitchen fire, which had spread into the walls, cabinets, and ceiling. Authorities say the fire was likely caused by unattended cooking on the stove and add that because of the son's quick thinking, no one was injured. Well, Georgia is joining South Carolina in asking coastal residents to let them know if they spot a certain invasive crab in their area. It's called the blue land crab, which looks like a large fiddler crab with one claw bigger than the other. Georgia's Department of Natural Resources says the crabs burrow deep into the ground and are seen when heavy rains drive them to the surface. Now, whether it's unclear whether or not the blue land crab will have any ecological or economic impact here, there is concern about damage caused by the crabs during burrowing activities. So if you see any blue land crabs, the Georgia DNR asks that you take photos and report your sightings. South Carolina biologists with the Department of Natural Resources began asking for reports from the public back in July. Well, more news about growth in Hardeeville. The town's police department is being expanded with $1.5 million in upgrades underway that will include extra office space and even a 27,000 cubic foot vault for storage of weapons, narcotics, and other evidence. The renovation is being planned for opening in February, though town officials say they need a whole new headquarters already. Are you setting out today or waiting for the weekend? Well, either way, you'll have plenty of company. AAA says 1/3 of Americans will be on the move this holiday season as travel has exploded post-COVID. Gas prices are down to an average of $2.71 a gallon in South Carolina, and experts are giving the usual warnings about speeding and inattentive driving. They also ask you to try to stay in the holiday spirit so you can keep road rage to a minimum. Now, for more information on these stories and more, visit the news sources on your screen and be sure to check us out on Facebook and X, formerly Instagram. If you have a story idea, email us at news@WHHITV.com. With our weather, here's Maria.
Thanks, Allie. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're having some really nice weather just in time for the weekend with plenty of sunshine and the temperatures getting back up into the 60s, but we are going to be seeing the rain returning by next week. So taking a look at Friday, it's going to be sunny with Hilton having a high of 60, a low of 44, Bluffton's got a high of 61, a low of 41, and Beaufort's going to have a high of 61 and a low of 41. The sunrise for Friday is going to be at 7:20 and sunset's going to be at 5:23. Looking at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 12:21 p.m. and high tide's going to be at 5:23 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and a little bit into next week. Saturday, it's going to be cloudy in the morning, but then the sunshine should be breaking through by the afternoon. Highs are going to be in the mid-60s and lows in the 50s and 40s. Come Sunday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with the highs getting into the upper 60s. Lows are going to stay in the 50s and 40s. And then come Monday, it's going to be breezy in the morning, but then otherwise cloudy throughout the rest of the day. And then we are supposed to see some rain by the evening. Highs are going to be in the 60s, lows in the 50s. That's it for today. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thanks, Maria. We'll be back in just a moment.